As former military President General Ibrahim Babangida rolls out the drums for celebration of his 80th birthday, prominent Nigerians have continued to pour encomium on him. We play this report of his achievements.
Ibrahim Babangida was born in Minna, capital of Niger State, exactly 80 years ago in 1941. His father was Muhammad Babangida and mother Aisha. Young Ibrahim received early Islamic education before proceeding to primary school in 1950 and completed in 1956. He attended Government College Bida for his secondary education between 1957 and 1962. He moved on to join the Nigerian Army on the 10th of December 1962 and attended the Nigerian Military Training College, Kaduna. By September 26, 1963, Ibrahim Babangida was commissioned as second lieutenant in the Army. With the outbreak of the Civil War in 1967, Lieutenant Babangida was drafted to the war front within Biafra territory to 1970. At the end of the war, he was promoted and posted to the Nigeria Defense Academy as an instructor. His rise to power began with his active participation in the 1975 coup led by General Murtala Mohammed that removed General Yakubu Gowon. Colonel Babangida in 1976 was prominent in crushing the Gideon Dinka coup. Though the coup failed eventually, the head of state, General Murtala Mohammed, was assassinated. By 1983, General Babangida orchestrated the coup that ended the civilian government of President Shehu Shagari with General Muhammadu Buhari as head of state. He became the chief of army staff in the new administration. By August 27, 1985, another coup was carried out, ousting General Buhari and bringing in General Babangida as head of state. Apart from surviving several coups d'etat, General Babangida created 2 states on 23 September 1987 and another 9 states on 27 August 1991. His government on 12 of December 1991 relocated the federal capital from Lagos to Abuja. But one of the sore points of his government was the annulment of the 1993 presidential election won by his bosom friend Chief MKO Abiola. By August of the year 1993, General Babangida bowed to pressure from activists demanding the restoration of Abiola's mandate and stepped aside. The failure to resolve the killing of Dele Giwa, another friend of General Babangida since 1986, has remained a huge question mark on the human rights record of the former military president. As he celebrates his 80th birthday, General Babangida will be remembered as the man who kept Africa as the centerpiece of Nigeria's foreign relations.
And former military head of state Abdulsalami Abubakar has been talking about the virtues of his childhood friend, General Ibrahim Babangida, as he clocks 80. He made this known in an exclusive interview with TVC News. Cheneme Bemei reports.
The difference in age between these two generals is just 1. But what they share in common dates far back to when they were children.
We grew up in Minna together with IBB, as you know. He was born in Minna since August 1941. I was born on 13th June 1942. So he's a year older than me, and we grew up together here in Minna. We went to primary school the same day, the same year, 1950. We went to the then Gwari N.A. Native Authority Primary School in 1950. And in 1957, we went to Bida Provincial Secondary School, now known as Government College Bida, in 1957. And we graduated in 1962. After our graduation in 1962, General Ibrahim Babangida with some other classmates like General Nasco, General Mogoro, Sani Bello, General Sami, Ibrahim Sauda, and others went to the military.
It is indeed truth that birds of a feather flock together, but the leaders born are made. Whatever spectrum of the debate one chooses, General Ibrahim Babangida embodies both, a leader made and one made through time.
Well, let me say right from childhood, Ibrahim Babangida stand out as a leader, because when we were in elementary school, he was appointed the class monitor. And when we were in secondary school in our final year, he was appointed the head boy. So definitely he has some leadership quality. And as a young man, always his concern is for the less privileged, the junior ones. He wants justice and so on. So he's always out to protect the younger ones when he sees injustice being done. And as we grew up, it became his characteristics to ensure that everybody is given his right and allowed to play his role.
At 80, much of life has arguably been lived, but for purposeful leaders, every breath is another opportunity to be impactful.
So I wish him well, continued good health, and peace of mind, to sit down and reflect to see all the legacies he is leaving behind. I'm so glad for him, and I wish him and us many happier years ahead, so that we can sit down and watch our grandchildren grow up too, and trying to inculcate them the values that our parents inculcated in us.
With life expectancy dropping by the day, 80 years is more than enough reason to be grateful. General Abubakar prays for his brother and childhood friend to live happily in good health. Chenemi Bambi, TVC News, Mina.